I want to play in some color today. I really want my eyes to pop. A lighter concealer, no creases in the base. Just make it as smooth as possible. If you're going to do bright color eyeshadow, you want it to be light. What an eyeshadow base or concealer does, help the eyeshadow to show up a lot more prominent, be more opaque, brighter. This will keep the eyeshadow together and it won't like break apart. I'm just placing this in my crease. I'm using this like beige brown. I'm using this as my transition color and I'm just blowing this out in my crease. Just blowing it out. I'm going to be adding some yellow eyeshadow. So I'm going to place this on the lid, not taking it all the way up. It is a matte eyeshadow. I'm going to be patting this. Yellow eyeshadow is very tricky to use. Yellow gold from my Pat McGrath palette. This is how the yellow shimmer, yellow gold looks from the palette. Patting it on a brush just to make sure I'm evenly distributing the yellow gold on my lid. I'm going to go back into that first color that I used in my transition, just blowing it out. I am going to do somewhat of a wing. So I'm going to take some black eyeshadow. I'm going to smoke out this liner, intensifying the liner. I'm going to use that same brush. I'm going to diffuse that. I'm going to diffuse this black so it's not like too harsh. This is the eye. Eyeshadow can be chaotic. It's giving me like I'm snatched. These are the lashes. I'm going to wrap the lash around my finger, just to give it that curvature so that when it comes on my eye, it's not just like, and then it's sticking straight up. So, and you want to try to put your lashes on in an upward motion. ORAYBEAUTY Cover It Concealer, number 10, Rich Neutral. I'm gonna place this right underneath my eyes. Blending in the concealer. It's a huge eyeshadow brush, but I'm using it to clean up my concealer because it's fluffy. Moving on to the foundation, using my House Lab 500 Deep Neutral. I did not prime my skin. I'm not going to use too much foundation today. I'm just trying to stretch what I've already put on because I don't want to like use too much. This is a Too Faced concealer in Mocha. I like to put on not too much. Ika K Multi-Use Concealer, number 11. Placing that right, that first concealer. ORAYBEAUTY Face It Complexion Stick, 240 Deepest Cool. Continue with the snatching of the face. I'm going to take the contour a lot higher. On the temple here, just a little bit. Blend out my forehead first. Blend backwards, but blend in. Your hand should be pouncing up and down, up and down. Swipe or no swiping. We don't blend backwards into my hairline, and I'm gonna keep this up. We're keeping the flow of snatched. Spray. Makeup looks it actually looks good. There was a discourse going around about black women doing their makeup and trying to cover up their blackness with makeup, right? Like meaning making your concealer lighter than what it should be, because that's the only thing that we do that's light on our faces. Make the concealer light because we want the center of the face to be bright. It's just always discourse around what black women do, and black women are the ones who started this discourse. But as a black woman who have been doing makeup for the last past 10+ years, I do not feel like a black woman is changing, wanting to cover up her blackness by using a lighter concealer on her face. Like, this is makeup, and makeup is, one, makeup comes off at the end of the day. Two, makeup is artistry, okay? It shows your individuality. It's also a creative way to bring out your features. If a black woman wants to put a bright concealer underneath her eyes, then she should be able to do that, you know, without feeling like, oh, she's trying to cover up for her black skin using makeup, which is not the case at all. I don't think I've ever put on makeup and thought, let me put on a highlighted concealer to cover up my dark skin. It's just so much negativity around what the black woman does, even in the black community amongst black people. And I just feel like it's never that serious. If you want low contrast makeup, which basically is putting concealer underneath your eyes, but the concealer is maybe like 1 to 2 shades lighter than you, and your highlight powder is also 1 to 2 shades lighter than you, then you can do that. But don't try to make it seem like the African American woman is covering up her darkness by using makeup. I just feel like that's just an ignorant way to say things. Why are we doing that? Let's not do that. Already enough conversation around the black woman and what she should and should not be doing. And here's a new conversation about black women wearing makeup that doesn't bring out their blackness, basically, or is covering up their blackness. That's not true. That's not true for most of us, for the majority of us. Some people may do it to cover up, you know, their darkness. Most of us, we do not do that. Why can't we be free in expression like everybody else? Why is there always an underlying reason as to why we do what we do when it comes to hair, makeup, clothes, whatever it is that we're doing to ourselves as African American women? Why is there always conversation around what we do? Why can't we just be, or have the freedom to do whatever it is that we want to do? And there's always some discourse around what the black woman does, and you know, as if we was created unequal from the rest of creation. We weren't. We're women like every other race and tribe. We are. So anyways, I'm going to be using this P. Louise cosmetic base. This one is in the shade Orange. That's how it looks. She bright. I'm a little nervous. We're going to keep her high. We're going to keep her, everything is going to be high. So we're going to keep her high. And come back for part 2 because we're going to be setting the makeup. I'm going to be setting underneath my eyes using my Sacha Buttercup powder, and so the powder doesn't suck me dry. Spray. And forever, but like, okay. Sacha Buttercups were one of those powders that I really need that powder. Once I got my hands on it, I was like, they hyped it up. They hyped it up. So whatever I use to set underneath my eyes is also what I use to set my T-zone. And before you even can spray anything, you want to lock your makeup in with powders first, okay? So you can't be afraid to set your makeup with powders. This is going to help with the longevity. Like, we just did all of that work only to not set the makeup, only for the makeup to break up. Now, One Size Ultimate Setting Powder, Deep Dark, and this is how it looks. It's a darker powder. I'm going to be using it today to set the perimeter of my face. I'm going to be patting this onto my skin, not swiping it because I still have those creams have not been set yet, okay? I don't want to move my makeup. So I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place Duo Bronzer in Deep Dark. We want to keep the contour shade, the darkest, deepest shade, kind of back, not necessarily like front forward. You don't want to look like you got punched in the face. I'm going to go in with my Morphe Glamour Bronze Bronzer. It's a little warmer. Go over that just a little bit more. You can never have too much bronzer. When I do my makeup, I like my makeup to really structure my face. Like, it really needs to give me that blend out the nose contour. I'm going to go in with my ORAYBEAUTY Banana. I'm going to use this for some brightness. I'm going to kind of bake with this. I'm not pressing it too hard. If I'm not doing reverse contour, am I really doing my makeup? Because I cannot skip this step. This orange blush from CoverGirl. This is the So Flush Blush. Hot Frenzy. And I really want the blush to like show up and really be like orange. Fully underneath my eyes. I love where blush has gone in the makeup industry. Like, as far as what we do with it now, like putting it underneath the eyes and on the temples and just all over the place, and I love that. Representing one side with a 110. The same color that I use in my transition up here, I'm just taking a little bit of that underneath the black eyeshadow. Kind of tie everything in together. And I think that's actually cute. Using my MAC Chestnut lip liner, I'm going to round off my lip here instead of accentuating my Cupid's bow. When I round it off, I am going to have to overline my lips a little bit. Black lip liner. I went over my Cupid's bow. This lipstick I got from Nika K. I do like it. It's called Whipped Lip Gloss. Color called Coyote. This. See how opaque that is? But they call it a lip gloss. It do feel whipped, but I feel like it's more satin. This is nice. Milani have some of the best lip glosses. Okay. We're gonna sweep this away ever so lightly. It has been sitting for a minute. I almost forgot it was there. We're gonna spray the face. Light color eyeshadow underneath my brow bones to give my brow bone like that lifted look. Brush it down. I am done. Let me know what you all think about this look down in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you follow me for more videos like this plus more, and I will see you in my next video.